I'd like to kick off the conference and welcome everyone today. My name is Siamak Molemi. I'm a professor here at the Columbia Business School, and I'm one of the co-chairs. And on behalf of myself and my other co-chair, Agostino Caponi, from the engineering school, we would like to welcome you. We're very excited to be hosting this conference. We think this is a very exciting area, especially for people interested in things like incentives and mechanisms and microstructure. I probably don't have to convince the people in this room of that, but we're very happy to be promoting this kind of work. And we're very excited for CBER in particular because, in my mind, it's a premier forum for issues related to incentives and economics and finance and a blockchain. I don't have too much to say in terms of opening remarks, but I'll just mention a couple of things. One is many people and organizations have put effort into making today possible, but I want to highlight two particular organizations. And that is the Sprigger Family Digital Finance Lab. That's part of the Digital Future Initiative here at the Columbia Business School. And on the engineering side, we have the Center for Digital Finance and Technologies. These are the primary financial sponsors today. And, without the support of these organizations and donors, today would not be possible. So we're very thankful for that. And that leads me into a little bit of a segue to do a little bit of advertising for other work we've been doing at Columbia in this area of general, blockchain economics. We have a number of efforts, interdisciplinary, primarily between us here in the business school and groups in the engineering school spanning finance, economics, OR, computer science. Some of the things that we've been up to, we have a Columbia Digital Finance Seminar Series primarily focused on blockchain-related issues. We started that last fall. We've had 9 talks so far. We've been trying to get a mix of practitioners, sort of the top researchers in industry, if you will, as well as academics, and academics spanning a variety of areas, and we've been very interdisciplinary so far. If you're in New York, I would highly encourage you to attend going forward. You can get on our a mailing list. We've been doing them in the spring and the fall on Monday evenings. If you're not, that's okay also, because we've been posting them on YouTube. So if you're interested in some of these topics, we have about, as I mentioned, 9 talks, and you're welcome to check them out. In terms of conferences, obviously we're organizing this conference, but I want to advertise 2 other things. The first is that in December, we will be organizing the 2nd annual Columbia Crypto Economics Workshop. We haven't posted that on the web yet, but I can tell you now the dates will be December 6th to December 7th. This is a workshop that we started last December. It is jointly organized with the Ethereum Foundation, primarily the Robust Incentives Group at the Ethereum Foundation. And as many of you know, the Ethereum blockchain and the Ethereum Foundation, are really at the forefront of many of the challenges involving, incentives and economics and so on in blockchain. And so this has been, it was a good venue last year to interact with, the boots on the ground, if you will, and understand some of those issues. And so we're repeating it and actually expanding it to 2 days. So highly encourage you to attend. We should have a website up at some point. Also, we don't have quite the dates yet. We're still working on the organizational matters, but I can announce that we will be hosting the Tokenomics Conference here in the fall, this coming fall. For those who don't know, that's an interdisciplinary conference designed to bring together economists and computer scientists to think about crypto economics types issues. We don't have quite the dates yet, but stay tuned for the details there and a call for papers. One last thing I want to mention is for those of you who haven't been here before, I want to welcome you to our new buildings and our new campus. These 2 buildings, Geffen Hall over here and across the way, Kravis Hall, just opened last year. And I'm told it's one of the biggest business school campuses, and probably certainly, given the costs in New York City, the most expensive. So that is what it is. But we went from being very space constrained to easily being able to host events like this. The New York Times called it architecture for rethinking capitalism. I don't know what that means precisely, but if it involves blockchain and crypto economics, we're here today to do that. So that's all I have for you in terms of remarks. I do want to mention a couple of logistical things for today. Remember to silence your phones. We're going to be primarily in two rooms. We're going to be in this room for all of the talks, and the breaks and the lunch and anything involving food will be down where we were earlier in the third floor. Be aware there is at least one other conference in the building right now. I believe they're mainly on the first floor. Again, it's a very big building. We should have no issue, but unless you want to hear about operations and not crypto and blockchain, try to stay on the sixth floor. Just some other minor announcements. There's a Columbia University Wi-Fi that should be open if you need that. Also, there are restrooms on every floor. It is not quite obvious where they are on this floor. They're not sort of very clearly labeled, but they're on the other side of the building, kind of close to Broadway. If you find the vending machines, there's sort of a little hallway next to the vending machines where there is the bathroom, so be aware of that. In terms of our agenda today, if you don't have it, you can get it from the website. We're going to start out shortly with a session on DAOs, and then we're going to have a lunch. Our keynote speaker is Eswar Prasad, who's in the audience. We're going to, in the afternoon, have two panel discussions. And then finally, we'll have a presentation of the inaugural CBER Circle Insight Prize. And then tomorrow, we will start with breakfast at 8:30 in the morning. We will have two sessions, papers presented. Our keynote speaker tomorrow is Tobias Adrian. And then we will have conference prizes and closing remarks. So with that, let me go ahead and kick it off and introduce our first session chair for the session on DAOs, and that is Katya Melanova from McMaster University.